So, paper A, question 2. Question condition. Which of the following statements are true? You see options. Carotid bodies are sensitive to arterial blood pressure. Hypertension produces increased baroreceptor discharge. Increased plasma renin activity stimulates aldosterone production. Posture influences aldosterone production, and antidiuretic hormone secretion is increased in systemic hypertension. I will advise you to take in account keywords from answers. So, once again, which of the following statements are true? I made some marks of the question. So, option 1, carotid bodies. Option 2, asking about baroreceptor discharge. Option 3 is about renin activity. Fourth is about aldosterone and posture changing. And option 5 about antidiuretic hormone. I made a slide with explanation regarding baroreceptors and chemoreceptors. So I associate baroreceptors with sinus and chemo with bodies. Sinus and something else like arch, and chemoreceptors with bodies and centrally medulla oblongata. So location of baroreceptors are aortic arch and carotid sinus. Carotid sinus there is located in the internal carotid artery immediately above its branching from the carotid. It's around C4 vertebra level, and baroreceptors respond to increases in systemic arterial pressure. High blood pressure is sensed and transmitted to the vasomotor centers. So baroreceptors acting mostly on a high pressure. If high pressure is sensed, they transmit to the vasomotor center, and via the vagus nerve they decrease heart rate and make a peripheral vascular resistance peripheral vascular resistance to decrease. And chemoreceptors, they respond to hydrogen and carbon dioxide changes, and also to partial pressure of oxygen. It senses a deficit of oxygen in the blood. So you see different parts of receptors in the body, and everyone respond to the respective component. For example, medulla oblongata respond mostly to hydrogen. Carotid bodies and aortic bodies respond likely the same from changes in partial pressure of oxygen, partial pressure of carbon dioxide, and pH. Let's go back to the question. So, which statements are true? Carotid bodies respond to chemoreceptors, or chemoreceptors are located in carotid bodies and they sense oxygen partial pressure mostly, and arterial blood pressure is mostly related to baroreceptors. So it is wrong answer or option. Second one is hypertension produces increased baroreceptor discharge. As I told you, not hypo but hypertension produce baroreceptor discharge. Option 3, increases plasma renin activity, stimulates aldosterone secretion. Yes, it is true, as increasing renin you activate angiotensin and aldosterone as a cascade. Posture influences aldosterone production. Yes, if you are in a supine position and after you are standing suddenly, you can produce aldosterone secretion by changing in posture and changing in blood pressure. As a person when is in a lie position, blood pressure is like the same everywhere, but when you are standing, blood pressure in a lower part of the body will become high, and in the brain blood pressure will become relatively low comparing to lower part of the body. And option 5 is also correct, as hypotension is sensed by central vasomotor center, by brain, and all the possible options are good for increasing blood pressure. One of them is antidiuretic hormone, also aldosterone by renin-angiotensin production. And I want to mention that renin increases angiotensin production, which have ability to make a vasoconstriction and increasing blood pressure by increased peripheral vascular resistance. Take a look once again at this slide. This one is important. You can make notes from this. So, baroreceptors located in sinus and arch, and chemoreceptors in bodies, and central in medulla oblongata. I'll write this links down the video. You can access and make notes from website if you would like. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.